Good evening, guys. How are you guys doing? Good to see you. I know I've been having a bit of a hiatus, but I'm back, and I'm gonna do something different tonight. I'm like stuff that I don't usually do because I was having a conversation. I was just saying how women today have become very sexually careless, and then I received the greatest of backlash. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm talking about, this, that, and the other. All I'm saying is you got to use your discernment. All I say is be cautious and and care about being sexually responsible. And she told me that I didn't know what I was talking about. So tonight, in honor of that young lady, I have elected to put together a compilation to prove my point. And I'm saying I'm not doing this to hurt anyone, but it's just like I said, to prove my point. I hope you guys enjoy.
I got pregnant from a one night stand, and since I'm getting older, I decided to keep the baby. I thought maybe this is my shot, and my best friend agreed to raise the baby with me. We already own a house together, so it just makes sense. But now the father or sperm donor or whatever has resurfaced, and it's just making things challenging between my friend and I'm not sure how this is all going to end up looking.
I found out I was pregnant.
Motherfucker, knock me up! Oh! Every time I think about this shit, I fucking crack. I'm not turning around no motherfucker, baby, begging no motherfucker scroll. I'm not pushing no scroll around in no 100-degree weather. I'm not fucking doing it, ho. No. I don't give a fuck. That baby gonna be left at the motherfucking hospital. Doctor, you can have it, cause I don't want it. I don't give a fuck, cause who? I don't fucking want it. You take it home. I never thought I'd see this fucking day where I have a fucking baby. I'm supposed to be at the club, never being home making bottles and turning shit and peppers.
Maybe I'm not supposed to be laughing, but that shit was hilarious. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get back to it.
I'm pregnant. And I was like, wait, with the guy we just talked about the other day? And you were like, yeah. I was like, damn, that's a lot to take in. Like,
yeah, I mean, it was very scary because I was pregnant with someone's baby that I had just met. Like, I didn't know him for very long.
Say what now?
I'm gonna tell you guys about my first one night stand. It genuinely feels like this happened in the Matrix. I had never had a one night stand in the sense where I slept with somebody who I met that day and never spoke to them again. That's just never been my cup of tea. Every time I sleep with a man, I'm like, surely he wants to date me, and something comes out of it. I'm also just not the type to sleep with somebody the first time I meet them. I need to have some sort of emotional connection. That's hard to do with somebody that you just meet. One morning, I go to the gym, waiting at the elevator, and this group of guys are behind me, and they start asking me if there's like a pool upstairs. So clearly they were visiting. There's 3 of them. They're cute guys. They're asking me about restaurants, and they're telling me their plans for that evening. And I was like, oh my God, I love that place. And they were like, okay, great. Like, come with us. Even though I just met them, I had seen one of them before. I was like, okay, YOLO, why not? I haven't really done anything fun and spontaneous in a while. My girlfriend couldn't make it, so it's just me. They were really, really fun. We actually all got along really well. After dinner, we go back to their place that they're staying at. They're going to space, and that's just not my vibe. So I was like, oh, I'll just hang out with you guys while you pregame, and then when you leave, I'm gonna head back home. There's one guy who's noticeably interested in me. Like, he's the one who's like taking the lead with me, sitting next to me at dinner, all the stuff. He was the one that I initially was like, oh, he's cute, but as the night progresses, I'm like, wait, the other one's cute. I was just flirting with everybody. The guy who was initially really trying with me ends up going to space, and everybody else does except for the other guy who I was interested in. So when everybody left, it was just us 2 in the place. I will say, I wasn't even sure if this man was on my team, if you know what I mean. Like, I wasn't sure. I was about to leave, but me and him just start talking. We have a great conversation. We end up talking for about an hour. He was like, I'm gonna change. Do you want some sweats? Nice touch on his part. I picked a show. I will say it was me who picked the show, but the new Love on the Spectrum had just come out. I fully was not expecting to sleep with this man. We end up watching, I want to say, like 3 or 4 episodes of Love on the Spectrum. Before I know it, we're hooking up. I just have this vivid memory of me on the couch. I'm getting railed. I look at the TV screen. It's Love on the Spectrum, and they're like being all sweet and it's the last thing I expected to be doing on this night. It was all just a massive plot twist because the one who I thought, like, if anything I would sleep with, it ended up being a completely different man. The show on in the background is just like insane. In my head, I'm cracking up. I'm trying not to like ruin the moment or ruin the mood, but I'm like, this was not on my bingo card tonight or ever. And we never talked again. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. My feelings weren't hurt. I always thought that like after a one night stand, I would just feel horrible about myself. I actually felt really good and empowered. I had been getting over a man at this point too, and that was the nail in the coffin, I think. That's what helped me because like I hadn't slept with somebody for so long. There's other people out there that just kind of like solidified things for me, and it really helped me mentally get over my attachment to this guy. It was like the one last thing to get over this guy. So I'm forever thankful for Love on the Spectrum, man. It's actually a night that I look back on fondly.
I was rocking with you for a second until the ending. And at that moment, I realized you're stupid.
There was another story that went round about a girl that got with a guy in a bar.
Okay.
And a couple of days later, she discovers this sore/growth in her mouth. Growth.
In the mouth.
Growth.
Something growing.
Something growing in her mouth.
Just trying to get the image in my head.
Just a visual.
Yeah, just visualize it. Yeah.
So she goes to her friends and they're like, oh, maybe it can be an STD. You should go to the doctor.
Okay.
So she goes to the doctor and the doctor says that the diagnosis was a sore generated by eating decaying flesh. So in summary, she has kissed someone that is a potential necrophiliac and has caught the germs from a corpse.
And now that corpse is growing in your mouth.
The possible worst sloppy seconds we could imagine.
Disgusting. What do you do?
What do you do? What do you actually do?
Not even mouthwash. I'll tell doctor, please take my mouth off. I don't want my mouth. I don't want my mouth no more. Take it off.
Welcome to our Halloween SOS.
Literally, I don't want it. That's scary.
Innit?
Where did you find the guy?
I don't know. I'd never want to see him again.
No.
That's dark. That's horrible.
And everything was great. You know, we did the dirty. And the next morning, I wake up, everything's fine. He's great. He's being so affectionate towards me. He's like, hey, baby, I gotta go to the office, but you take your time, you sleep, you stay in, just let yourself out. There's coffee in the kitchen. I was like, oh, okay. Like, this was amazing. This was a dream. He leaves. I'm like, wow, this is lovely. I could marry this man. And then I don't know, like, what made me do this. Normally, when I meet a guy, I like to not Google them. I specifically don't Google them because I like to learn things from the horse's mouth. I want them to tell me where they went to school, that they have 16 cousins in Ohio, that their parents invented the toaster strudel, something like that. You know, I like to learn that on my own. But for some reason, I Googled this guy.
While you're in his apartment.
While I'm in his apartment. The first thing that comes up is that he was in jail for 8 years because he murdered someone, shot them point blank in their face over a digital camera. And I just slept with him.
That time I got beat up having a one-night stand.
One time I got beat up trying to have a one-night stand, kicking it with one of my whole friends, and we was at another whole friend house, and this dude came over there. So the whole night, me and old boy, you know, we just staring at each other, looking at each other. I'm giggling and shit. Now at the time, you know, I was abstaining from sex because between me and you, it ain't nothing for me to put this coochie on ice. I don't give a damn how sneaky, freaky, or diggy you think I am. I will gladly lift this bitch up, put it in the freezer. I don't even walk outside with my tool out. Even though, you know, I was choosing the nigga, like, I was about to run down on him. I don't have no problem running down on the nigga if I want him. If I want you, baby, I don't have no problem coming to get you. You stayed up late. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. We smoking, we drinking, baby. We is tired, okay? We is big tired. So she offered to take old boy home. I knew something wasn't right because when we got to his house, she had turned off the car and took her keys out the engine. Friend, what you must gotta go to the bathroom. You can't hold it till we get to the house. You don't live far. Like, what you about to get out the car for? I don't understand what's going on right now. She was like, look, when you wasn't looking, I went ahead and I told him that, you know, you ain't had no dick in a long time and that, you know, Shit, you trying to fuck? Bitch, did you just solicit my vagina? As a matter of fact, at this point, it's giving sex trafficking vibes, but didn't nobody get paid. Cool, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm never had a one night stand. I'm gonna goddamn do it. I go in the man's house or whatever, and I get drilled out. You know what I'm saying? It was good. I get drilled the fuck out. You know, once we get done, it's got to be about a good like 7 o'clock in the morning. And I go to the bathroom. I done came out the bathroom loud as fuck as usual. You know how I do. And they're like, shh, what we being quiet for, y'all? I don't understand. Y'all, somebody is beating at the window. They keep calling the man name, talking about, I know who in there. I know who in there. I'm appalled. So we have to leave out the door. And when we walk out the front door, my friend goes to the right to safety. And I took a sharp left. And I completely walked into an ass whooping. I mean, I walked into a punch. So my friend with her big 6-foot ass screaming, talking about some, get off my friend. To that ass whooping, I said, fuck it. I'm just going to keep fucking him for about like another 3 months.
I also remember that was my first time I had a one night stand. Let's talk about it, okay? I was in Portugal, in Albufeira, and I was 17. And I remember I saw this guy from like across the bar, and I was like, oh, that is Alex Pettifer. It wasn't Alex Pettifer, and it looked nothing like Alex Pettifer. I obviously beeline my way over to this man, and he was like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, I'm 25, just graduated uni. Terrible thing to do. Never lie to someone about your age, because this poor man does not know. He's a 17-year-old. Anyway, obviously we get chatting, we're having a great time, we're on holiday. We're like, let's have a holiday romance here, and that was my first ever one night stand. It's legal because the age of consent is 16. Okay, I did just fact check it, and the age of consent in England and Wales is 16. Still doesn't make it okay that I lied that I was not 17. You know, the first time you ever with someone, it's always a bit and like there's no like really connection there, and like I just feel like if it doesn't turn into a full-blown relationship, I'm like, well, this is f***ed up. So I don't think I find it that empowering. So that's why I'm like, I don't really think one night stands, or for me, I don't really find it that fulfilling. My favorite thing is like someone giving me attention after like spending like 5 days together, and you just don't really get that from one night stand. I'm also just like, to me, I'm like, why am I giving a man that? Like, when I could just like protect my peace. I could go 5 years celibate and it wouldn't affect me in the slightest, like at all. Like, I'm never like, oh, I need a one night stand. Like, no, I don't. Like, I'm perfectly happy celibate. In fact, I think I'm gonna go celibate. In fact, I am celibate pretty much. Yeah, that's my new vibe for summer. Celibate girl summer.
Listen, 1 year ago in lockdown, I was bored. I mean, we all were, right? I wanted to talk to people, so I was on Tinder, and Tinder had a function that was for free, which was called Passport. I don't know if they still have it, and you could put your location anywhere in the world. So I basically traveled the world while I was in my room. So yeah, that's how we matched. We matched in Amsterdam.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's like I said, this is not my normal type of content, but the lady wanted to call me on it, so I'm the type to show and prove. So there it is. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I might jump into this niche a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? It really ain't my thing. However, you said prove you wrong, so I did. Enjoy the evening.